with Tyson Bryden. Welcome to Nonstop Rock Talk. I am your host, Tyson Bryden. Today, I'm very happy to welcome guitarist, and I hope I get your last name right, Roberto Hendrigo. Is that how it's pronounced? I got it. Right on. Okay. Perfect. All right. So, Roberto, welcome. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. And like we were talking before, it's always amazing to have some moments to talk about things that matters, right?
That's right.
Music. Rock and roll.
Yes.
This is life.
Yes.
This is our life.
Exactly. So, Roberto, before we get to your latest release, I think it's important to discuss your background a little bit. You were born in Brazil, I understand.
Yes.
Kind of give me the whole scoop on your life journey, your musical journey, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, I will try to avoid 2 hours conversation. So, so I started in Curitiba. Curitiba is a city in south of Brazil. And the scene for rock in general there is very strong. It's amazing. So, for example, the only hard rock cafe in Brazil, it was in the city that I was living. I started with 13 years old, and really my passion with the guitar, it was instantaneous, It was extremely strong. And we didn't have smartphones in our time, so I was playing 16 hours guitar every day,
Wow.
Not every day, I'm exaggerating, but at least 8, 10, 12 hours per day. It was my video game. It was my fun. So, yeah, that's it. So with time, I started teaching with 17 years old. I started teaching guitar.
Wow.
And I think my first band, I had 14 years old. It was a Dream Theater cover.
No, really?
Yes. Cool. Yes, it was Dream Theater and some bands from Brazil, like Angra. It's extremely well known. You know the guitar player Kiko Loureiro, that now he's playing with Megadeth.
Right. Yeah.
He was the player of Angra.
Cool.
So with 14 years old, this was my inspiration. I was playing all the hard shredding, etc. But rock and roll in general, I started playing some blues as well, some bossa nova, that is the jazz of Brazil, right?
Yeah.
And then, I think strongly, professionally, I started with 19, teaching full time and playing almost every weekend until I came here
to Canada, which is Montreal. You are in Montreal, right?
Yes, I'm in Montreal. That's it.
Yes, that's awesome.
So I have some bands, I have some recordings, some CDs, some features in some CDs, but I think my strongest history is starting now, I think, in general, with my songs, with my music.
Right.
Because as a musician, we need to play some classic rock, then you can play every weekend, right?
Yeah.
We need to play some blues to play in the other bars that they don't play rock and roll. So then I was playing the full circle of all the bars.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yes, but now my own music, I don't know. With the pandemic, I felt, okay, I'm home. I'm not playing every weekend, so let's record one CD. Let's use the energy that drives me to create something new. And I love it. I love it in my new CD.
That's awesome. Now, and which brings us to your new CD. We're going to talk about the latest release entitled Beautiful Evil.
Yes.
Now, for those that don't know, this is a totally instrumental track. You're pretty well totally instrumental is what you do, I understand. So, and it's funny, in instrumental music, I always, when I've had other artists that do instrumental, I always seem to ask these questions, because I find that instrumental music with a title is different than a title. Like, a title's obvious when there's lyrics, right? So, right? So, I mean, in terms of Beautiful Evil, there must have been a mindset when titling the song. For me, it's kind of like you get, like I mentioned about songs with lyrics, you kind of have, you listen to it and go, okay, I know what that song's about. I know what the artist was thinking. So it's a little bit different when it comes to instrumental. So Can you kind of elaborate on why this track was called Beautiful Evil?
Yes. So you're talking about songs with lyrics.
Yes.
So when we have songs that they have a title and they have lyrics, actually we have art in two ways.
Right.
We have art of the music and art of the poetry.
Yes.
So in general, I think it's the singer, he's trying to describe, he's trying to do his poetry while he's singing. So we have two ways of art. In instrumental music in general, it's only music, it's only sounds, only emotions, only expressions. So when in a lyric, somebody says, I love you, I hate you, it's there.
That's
and
right.
we are very used to the tone of the voice. But how to describe these in sounds? It's complicated and it's wide. It's extremely wide. So the several ways of saying I love you or I hate you with music, really, it's no limit, We have several ways of doing that. So Beautiful Evil, when I wrote Beautiful Evil, you can see in my CD, my latest release, the name is Oraculo. It is the Portuguese name of Oracle. It's the same idea. I have several songs with several different styles. I have a very jazzy song, a classic rock song, an electronic pumping song, and Beautiful Evil is the heaviest song that I have. Is the heaviest one. But when I was writing Beautiful Evil, I was thinking, I think a lot about how mankind in general, we are responsible of taking care of the world. It's easy to say that,
Yeah.
It's like I'm limiting my music with this expression, but it's not only that, Nature, the nature is naive. Nature is pure, They don't have a natural evil inside. So mankind, we can be beautiful and we can be evil.
Yep.
So Beautiful Evil.
That makes sense.
So we mankind, we need to take care. We need to be aware of what is happening. Each day, each decision. If you drop a can of Coke in the road, we need to think about all the consequences, about the tiny actions that we do. And so it's like a reflection between we are beautiful and we are evil. And it's beautiful that sometimes our evil inside opens the space to be beautiful later. Now I'm trying to do the poetry, but I hate that. No. I'm not a poet. So I would say that in general, that was the first instinct of when I was writing Beautiful Evil.
That's cool.
That was the first inspiration. But I'm receiving a lot of feedbacks about my songs. And people, they are saying different things about my song, about how they are feeling. And especially when I recorded my recent video clip, it's Beautiful Evil, you can find it on YouTube.
Yep.
You can see the image there, so they are helping to understand. But it's open, that's it. Yeah, everyone will understand in their way.
Yeah, some of the imagery, the one that really stood out to me is, I believe it was the flood. There's a flood, and was it on a football field? And it was like, You saw that in the clip, and you're like, okay, I'm getting the theme of what the video helps with the theme of the song, right? Of what you were going for, which I thought was really well done.
I need to be extremely grateful with my video producer, is Jenny. Jenny, she's the owner of the Payton Productions. And really, she's working with me. She worked with me in Beautiful Evil, and she's going to work with me in all of my songs. Actually, I have another video clip that is ready, just waiting the perfect moment to release my next song, Honesty. I'm going to release the video clip, and she did the video clip. But anyways, she captured the idea in video. So this is her art. That's cool. It.
That is awesome. Now, this release is your third album, the other two being Sons from 2017 and Enjoy from 2019, I believe.
Yes.
Now, is the album is out? Is it out currently? Okay.
Oraculo, yes, it's
Oracle.
out.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
you can find in all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, and etc. I have a label supporting me. It's ACAB Records. So if somebody wants to buy the files, to buy the art, they can go there in the website of ACAB Records. They can buy there too. But anyway, it's available on all streaming platforms and YouTube Music in general. It's officially out. But the video clips I'm releasing slowly.
Okay.
Because I want people to enjoy each song for 1, 2 months, 3 months before I release other song.
That's great. I mean, that seems to be the way to do things now. Sometimes you'll see there'll be videos or song clips months before an album comes out now. You know what I mean? And which is, it really, before it was back in the old days, it was like, okay, you got the single came out 3 weeks ahead of when the album would come out and then the album would drop. But now it seems that record labels are doing it way in advance, which it's kind of exciting because you are really anticipating. You're like, I really like that song. I want to hear more, but now I've really got to wait for this. So it's kind of a cool concept. So
I think we are in an era with a flow of information. We have a lot of new artists.
Yes.
Every DJ, songwriter, everyone, they can upload something in SoundCloud. So the best way now, instead of releasing one entire album, just release everything. It could be a lot of songs lost in the middle of a lot of songs, right?
Yeah.
So I think the best way to show each song is through video clips.
Yeah.
So my idea is to create one video clip for each of my songs.
That's fantastic. Now, this album is described as a journey of self-discovery. Jeez, I'm tongue-tied. Sorry. So tell me about that. I mean, music is a great form of therapy. It always is, right? Especially when you're playing. And you spoke of emotion. So, I mean, playing guitar, I'm a guitar player myself, so I can totally relate to what you're saying. I mean, you pick up a guitar, say you're having a bad day, you pick up a guitar, and within no time, it's like it all goes away.
Yeah, I'm addicted to that.
Yeah.
Yes. So when I said there is a journal of self-discovery, for example, the first song that I started to write, it was honesty. I needed to be very honest with myself about things that I want, things that I am, things that I'm not, things that I'm doing just because I saw somebody doing, things that they are extremely me, they are me indeed. So the reflections of trying to discover where you are in the middle of a lot of personalities, informations, and especially with music, it's complex, and sometimes it's frustrating. It's hard. You are a guitar player. When you are playing some licks,
Yes.
and you just I'm playing some licks from AC/DC.
Yeah, that's right.
So
So
we are playing because this is our school. This is from where we came.
Yeah.
But at some point, we need to try to make the licks that we learned from the CDC ours.
Yes, exactly.
So this is the challenge. So the journey of self-discovery, it's in the tiny details, and all the names of my songs, they are things like that. For example, I have my song Lines. They address the lines in our hands.
Oh, that's cool.
So the lines that shows a hard worker, a father trying to feed their family, a musician, a chef trying to do the best food for their customers. The hands, they can fly. So my song Lines is about this. The song Honesty is about trying to be honest with myself, especially when I was songwriting this song. So I have a lot of influences coming from the old school rock, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Toto, yes, but I have a lot of modern influence with me. You know, the guitar player Jason Becker,
Wow.
Steve Vai, of course,
Yes.
Pantera, it's part of me.
Yeah.
The guitar player Joey Bonamassa, Eric
Amazing.
Gale playing blues. So you know, music's not only metal, blues, and etc. It's a mix of everything.
It is.
So that's why it's my CD. Each song is one style because it's how I was feeling, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you mention that because um, after I watched the video for Beautiful Evil, it kept playing. So the next thing up was the Santana song, Smooth, that you did.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're playing, and I'm like,
Kind of fun.
yeah, and it was really cool because you had just played this style of your own stuff, and it was heavier, and it was it was more metal, and then all of a sudden you're playing a Les Paul, and your tone to Santana was pretty dead on. It sounded really really good, and I'm like, wow, this is a change, but he's really nailing this. This is really good. And then there's a couple more clips. Then we go to Deep Purple. You're doing Highway Star. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome because I'm a huge Blackmore fan. So I was like, oh, this I have to watch this. This is really good. And then Annihilator, which is Jeff. Is it Jeff Walters? Is that his name? Guitar.
Oh my God, I forgot. And he's from Canada.
He's Canadian. Yeah, he's from BC. And I remember back in the day, my buddy was a big Annihilator fan. And there was that one song, and we always used to joke that there was a song called Craft Dinner on the one album, and we always used to joke about that. We'd always sing, we loved that song. I was like, and the lyrics were so simplistic. He says something like, water's boiling, I'm so hungry.
Yeah, Craft Dinner, that's it.
Yeah, right. So anyways, getting back to what I was getting at, and then there's Jeff Beck and the Deftones, and I'm like, wow, I'm like, this is, and everything was done so well. So kudos to you. I really enjoyed everything that was on YouTube that I was watching because it just kind of blew me away. There's guitar players. There's a lot of guitar players that are just play one formula, one style, and that's all they do. But it's very refreshing to see that you're playing different styles, but you're doing it really well.
Thanks. Wow, thanks. Actually, all my guitar covers on YouTube, the idea started because for 16, 17 years, I taught guitar. I was giving lessons.
Yeah.
I had my music school in Brazil. We had almost 300 students there. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But I saw some guitar players, they are trying to learn using tablatures.
Yeah.
And tablatures, sometimes they suck. I don't know if I can say that.
No, you can say that. Absolutely, say whatever you want. It's all good.
They suck.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there's a lot of guitar players that they are giving up learning one song because the tab is not correct and etc. So, and actually this is a hint, a side hint. It's always good to have a guitar teacher. Okay,
Yes, that's true.
it's always good to have some guidance. But my idea, I was teaching all of those songs for some of my students, and some of the songs that I recorded on YouTube, I was playing with my classical rock bands and etc. And there are some things that they drives me. That I love.
Yeah.
You know, it's from where we came. We can't deny that.
No, we can't.
And I started recording one video, and my student, he said to me, oh, it really helped. So I can see your fingers, where they are, what do I need to play? I can do slow motion on YouTube. And I was, wow, nice. Then I recorded a second, a third, fourth. I think I have more than 100 videos on YouTube, only guitar covers. But my idea was trying to help other guitar players to learn how to play the songs that they love,
Yeah.
but they don't have access to good tablatures or how to do the expressions and
It's
etc.
true.
So
You're right. You're right. I mean, for me as a guitar player, it was always so. I took some music in school, so I took a little bit of music in school. So I learned how to read music, but I can't read music. I don't read music now. But it also taught me the fact that even though there was the tablature on the sheet. There was also the music above it. So I knew how the note, how the notes went, which really helped. But then, of course, I developed an ear as well to be able to sit down, right? To sit down and it's like, okay, I'm going to learn this song and I'm going to do it by ear. So there was the three elements. It wasn't just the one element of the tablature. It was like kind of putting all three of those things together. Even though I can't read music properly, I was still able to figure it out. You know what I mean? Because I had a little bit of that knowledge.
But you were lucky. There's a lot of guitar players, they don't have access to a music sheet.
That's
so
right.
They don't know what 16 notes, triplets,
That's
8
right.
notes, they don't know what these things, So when you're playing, let's say triplets, your metronome is here, it's ta 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 ta. There are some people that they don't know that.
That's right.
So when you mix tablatures, like using the program Guitar Pro, so it shows the music sheet and it shows the tablature. Okay, it's a plus, it's nice. But how you're going to show perfectly how to do a whole tone bend, a half tone bend, how you show how to use the whammy bar, doing 2 whole tones down.
You ever seen that drawn in tablature? It doesn't explain it well. It's this. It's more the ear, right, than anything.
Pinch harmonics, and actually I salute you because you were using the ear. Yeah. But there's a lot of comments in my YouTube videos. People, the video is there, and they are asking, "Hey, do you have a tablature?" Man, don't be lazy, Well, check the video, do slow motion, check where is the fingers, and there's a lot of guitar players showing how to play the songs, and it's there, So if you watch a video, you can use your ear. Oh, this is right.
Yeah.
You can see the movement.
Yeah.
And you can try to play along slowly. So.
I mean, for me, it was, and I'm sure you may have had to do this too. It was listening to a CD and then having to rewind. I was lucky enough. I had a CD player, a DVD player that had A and B on it. So I would put it on a loop for say just a small little part, and then I would play it over and over and over again. And then I would learn the solos in sections and then piece it all together at the end and then play it.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, my God, yes. I'm starting to remember some. Wow, yes. And with the vinyls, too, the long plays, right? Yeah. Sometimes I was learning some songs from some old vinyls that my father had. Yeah. And he had the vinyl 9120 from Yes. That it has the song Owner of a Lonely Heart.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Which is mid-'80s. Yes, right?
Yes.
Like Trevor Rabin. I think Trevor Rabin was the guitar player on that.
Yes, it was the popish moment of Yes, but it's Yes,
But it's still a great song. Yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah. So, go.
Well, no. Go ahead. Go ahead with what you were going to say. I did not want to cut you off because we're in a good conversation here.
Oh my God! So we have a lyric. I don't know. So.
No, we're okay. We're all good.
Guitar, yes, it's one of the best instruments when you are looking for expression of emotions and expression of music. Steve Morse, the current guitar player of Deep Purple, he said, in a guitar, you have more than 40 ways when it comes to express one note.
Yeah, it's true.
You don't have these on the piano, you know? You don't have this, so that's why there's a lot of instruments being replaced by digital instruments. And in my opinion, it will never happen with the guitar.
No,
it will never happen.
It can't. It even goes back to, say, talking about rhythm. Now, a lot of guys in the '80s had a rhythm style. It wasn't just a straight rhythm, where some guys would I'm thinking like Warren DeMartini or George Lynch, where they would actually be bending a little bit on a chord. that would give it that, you know what I mean? It's like, and you'd go, well, how does he do that? It's just a small subtlety in their playing that just sounded so cool, right?
Yes. And if you take Rich Blackmore, like you said, you love, and I love too. Rich, when Deep Purple they were recording, they didn't have a metronome. They were that good,
Wow.
But sometimes they were doing tiny fluctuations. So instead of 118 BPM, sometimes one part of the song they were in 116, 110, because of the natural movement of the songs. Yeah. How you can reply, how you can do that again, it's impossible,
That's crazy. That's nuts.
Yes. Nowadays, all the producers are very used to record metronome. Every time I use the metronome. But those guys, they were, I don't know, they were
special. And that says a lot about Ian Pace and how good he was as a drummer.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, yes. And you were saying about rhythm guitar players, let's say Malcolm Young.
Right.
He was a phenomenal guitar player.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. But he was the rhythm guitar player, so that's why he was not on the spotlight. But oh my God, he has a groove, a feeling that
and tightness and everything is there, right? There's nothing loose. And people say, like AC/DC's loose. Well, it's not. Not at all loose.
Not at all. If you take Thunderstruck, everyone knows. Everyone, but check the guitar, the rhythm guitar on the back. The guitar is doing the drive, the groove.
I love stuff like that, though.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing, and you can find this. Okay, so we are talking about classic rock, but you can find this in the modern blues.
Right.
Joey Bonamassa, Eric Gales. Eric Gales is one of my favorite guitar players now in blues. I don't know, for me, he's like almost the new Jimi Hendrix. He's amazing.
That's all.
He's amazing. Eric Gales.
I will have to check him out because I know his name, but I don't know if I've heard anything he's done. I'll check him out for sure.
It's tasty. It's amazing. And Joey Bonamassa.
Yeah, I know Joe Bonamassa. He's phenomenal.
He's phenomenal. So, but that's it. Now we talked about classic rock, blues.
Yep.
But if we go to jazz, John McLaughlin, Aldi Meola.
Yeah.
It's a different world, and it's a different emotion.
Yeah.
So that's why, we love rock, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. I am the stereotype. I have the long hair. That's it. Blah blah blah, etc. I love to listen jazz. I love to listen classical music. Chopin, Johann Sebastian Bach. I love Niccolo Paganini, the violin player. Really, I take some hours listening. But again, we are inside rock. But there's emotions that they can't be found on rock.
That's right.
They can't. There's another Canadian singer, Lorena McKennitt.
Yep.
The music that she does, it's unique, and you can't find this on rock. So
that's true. And it's funny how I discovered classical music is because of Yngwie Malmsteen. Right?
Yes.
And if there was no Yngwie in the 80s, I wouldn't have known half of the classical people that I did because of him. And it's so funny, right? Here's this rock artist, but he was incorporating classical in some ways into what he was doing, which I think was so cool.
Yeah, people underestimate Malmsteen. Yes, he's a fast guitar player. Yes. But he does because he can.
That's right. That's because he can, exactly.
Because he can. That's it. And it's one emotion necessary. That there's a lot of guitar players, they say, it lacks emotion. There are some songs that he plays, the maestro, Monsing, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of emotion.
A lot of people say that, and I'm like, do you actually pay attention? Are you paying attention to what he does? Because when I listen to it, I don't hear that's unemotional. I hear he's doing his thing, and there is emotion in there. And that's his style.
It's a different emotion. Let's say in classical music, there's some runs on the violin.
Right.
So he's trying to replicate that on the guitar, So if you take a Phrygian major, it's a mode of the minor harmonic, and you do a very quick run in the Phrygian major, this is a feeling. It's not because he's playing fast that, oh my God, I'm the best guitar. No. The run on Phrygian major, there's a feeling in there. If you are taking the Dorian mode, and if you insert a blue note on the Dorian mode, there is something unique there. If you play slow, you're going to have one emotion, but if you play fast, you're going to have a different emotion. So it's emotions. You can't deny. That's why when people say rock's dead, never, because it's one emotion, and the emotion is not dead.
That's right. That's true. That's a good point.
Rock is not dead. Jazz is not dead. The classical music is not dead. It's emotions, and people sometimes they need to feel that, and they forget to feel this.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's true. Now, how would you talk about this album compared to the previous two? Would you say your playing has matured or changed in any way?
Oh my God, yes. I changed it a lot. I can see a huge difference between Enjoy and Oraculo. Albums in artistic way of saying, of a career saying, they represent some moments. So my album Sons, it was a moment that I was feeling I need to do something. Period. There's something inside me that needs to come out. I didn't have the resources. I didn't have the financial resources, the best effects, the best drummers. I just felt that I needed to do something. So I did Sons, and it's a pure record. When I say pure, it's because there's a pure energy wanting to come out in my album Sons. But for example, recently, the last 5 years, I am studying a lot new, different stuff on music. So if you take my first album and my last album, you can see some more sophisticated scales, harmonies, and not because I want to be sophisticated, but because I learned better. Oh, this represents the feeling that I was feeling.
Yeah.
So that in my first album, I didn't know. But in my first album, I felt the energy, and ta-da. So it's pure energy, my first album. But now my last album is a refined energy. And for sure, my next album, yes, there will be a next album.
Perfect.
And it will be more refined. We change every day.
Exactly. Yeah, we're not the same as we were, No. Well, you said 2017, so that's what, 5 years ago? There's a lot of change there over that time, right? A lot of growing and a lot of things happen, and that's just life,
in 5
right?
years, I just changed one country. I abandoned all my previous life in Brazil to start a new life in Canada in 5 years. In 5 years, I bought a house. In 5 years...
Yeah.
My God, it's only 5 years that we're talking about.
It's crazy, right? It's like so much can happen. So I totally understand how, not just as a person, but as an artist, we evolve, and we, and that's funny too, because there's so many people get nostalgic on things, and they're like, say a band releases a new album that was from 20 years ago or 30 years ago, and they're like, well, it doesn't sound like it used to. It's like, well... people change, like people grow, and the times are different. There's so many variables that play into putting out music and the whole time period of you as a musician and a person.
Personally, and I was checking recently the new releases of Pure Jam.
Of Pearl Jam. Yeah.
Pure Jam. Yeah, it's completely different.
Yes.
It's completely different, and it's new. And people are judging, like you mentioned, people are judging. Yeah, but they change.
It's right.
You know?
They're like, well, why doesn't this sound like 10? Because 10 was 1991 or 1992, right? Think about that. Are you the same as you were 30 years ago?
Yeah, in 1 week we can change. We can watch a movie that will inspire us to change mindset. So in 1 week we can change. Imagine 10 years, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Now,
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about the guitar that you play in Beautiful Evil.
Okay.
Dark finish with the wood grain exposed. That's a beautiful guitar.
Yeah.
Who is that made by?
It's a Schecter guitar.
Oh, it is a Schecter. Okay.
It's a Schecter. So the full description: it's a Schecter Apocalypse C7
Nice.
with a fixed bridge. So in this guitar, I was not wanting to use whammy bars, and it was only raw sound.
Yeah.
Raw sound. And this guitar is phenomenal. So this guitar, she has an ebony fretboard, stainless steel frets, the jumbo ones.
Yep.
When I'm saying the tiny details, you as a guitar player, you know, ebony fretboard, it's easy to fly over the neck, you know.
Yeah.
And especially when you have jumbo frets, it's even easier to play fast.
Yes.
And it has the new Apocalypse pickups. It's a lot of output coming from the pickup, you know. So I barely used a lot of distortion. It was mainly the guitar screaming.
Really, that's great.
Yeah,
I love those. I love high output pickups. I really do. They
are passive. They are passive.
That's
they are
right.
Not active.
Yeah.
So imagine a lot of output coming from a passive pickup. No, it's amazing. So this guitar represents me when I talk about 7 strings and raw, dark emotions, metal, and etc. It's my guitar. But I have a second Schecter that now is my passion. It's my loved one. It's a Schecter SLS Elite. And I have a Floyd Rose 1500.
Nice.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
With the pickup is a Fishman Modern Fluence, and I have a sustainer. So I'm recording a lot of stuff with this. But for all the old schoolers, yes, I have a Gibson Standard 2018. She sounds amazing. I record a lot of with her, you know. But like we were saying about the music, each guitar is for different emotions.
That's right. Yeah, and it's true. I have multiple guitars. I've got exactly. You have to. You're, and people always say, well, why do you need so many guitars? I said, well, it's your preference, and you don't want to play the same one every day because you're playing something different. You want to use this guitar. You want to,
It's different. Let's say about French, English, Portuguese, and Spanish.
Right.
Is different tools of expressions. It's different languages. So we have music, but we can talk the same about guitars. So if I want to express myself with the energy of Beautiful Evil, I can't use a Fender Stratocaster.
Yeah.
It's not the right tool to express myself in those feelings. But my other song that I have, Honesty, I can't use my Schecter 7 strings. I'm using my Gibson Standard because it has the classic rock feeling.
Yeah.
I was trying to be honest with myself, you know?
Yeah.
So from where I came, what are my influences, things like that, you know? So I need to use my Gibson. So each guitar has a different provides a different tool of expressions.
That's true.
So that's it.
Yeah, exactly, and I totally agree with that. I'm kind of the same. It's, I've got a bunch of guitars that are like, I'm like, okay, I don't play this one all the time, but it does have a use. There's a reason for it. There's a reason why I have it. So I totally get it. Now, the guitar in two of those videos that I watched, the Deep Purple track and the Annihilator song, what is that one?
Oh, okay. So we're talking about some history. In Brazil, when I was in Brazil, I was endorsed by a guitar brand, and the brand was Artwood. It was an amazing brand in Brazil. Unfortunately, the owner, he retired. He was old. He was retired. He was wanting a different retirement life, So that's why the endorsement finished. But I still have my guitars, my Artwood guitars.
Yeah.
So in the videos, you can see some random Artwood guitars that I was using back then. I had a contract of 40 years. So for 40 years, I was using exclusively Artwood guitars. But then in some videos, you can see that I have my signature guitars. I have the R2, RH6, and the RH7, my version of the 6 strings, and my version of the 7 strings.
Yes. Yeah.
So I have those, I love them too. And they provide different expressions. Even though I have guitars with my name, I still use different ones.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes total sense.
Yes. And the guitar that I was using in the video of Annihilator, I was using a Russian guitar from Onikan. Back then, I was supporting them. I was doing some videos for them, and I did this video as a support as well. But I chose the song because it was fun as well,
Yeah.
So
it's a cool song.
I was mixing two things.
It was King of the Hill. Was that what it was called?
King of the Kill. Exactly.
Yeah.
King of the Kill. But recently, I don't have endorsements now.
Yeah.
Recently, I have my guitars.
Yeah. So you can use whatever you want, more or less.
That's it.
Right? No, that's cool. So, I mean, before I let you go, and I really want to thank you for joining me today because it was a lot of fun. Moving forward,
For me too.
Are you getting to start out playing now in Montreal? Are things opening up a little bit?
I'm feeling extremely lucky because yes, I did one show now, August 7. I have a classic rock band. The name is Remedy Tones.
Yeah.
And it has some amazing musicians from Montreal. Susie D, she's the singer. Nicolas is the other guitar player. Christine, the drummer. Jeremy is the bass player. So all top musicians. And we're paying tribute to the old classic rock.
Cool.
I think in the proper way with this band. So I had a chance of doing one show with them. And I know in advance, in February 19, the sales for the tickets, it's open already. We are going to open for 21 Guns tribute. I don't know if you know, but 21 Guns was considered the best AC/DC tribute in Canada.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of them. Okay, that's cool.
By the own AC/DC, they were considered as the best AC/DC tribute. So we are going to open for them with Classic Rock, so it's amazing. And with my album, I'm just waiting a little bit things to get better because I want to do guitar clinics and workshops with my CD. I want to show some ideas. I want to explain what I use. For the guitar player community, it's always good to share. That's it. So that's my intention. Very soon, as soon as things get better, I want to do some guitar clinics and workshops to show my CD, to share the ideas that I use, some dominant, diminished scales, some Phrygian major modes, things like that.
That's cool. Well, I wish you the best of luck with that. And it was funny. My daughter was actually just in Montreal this past weekend. She went. She took the train with some of her girlfriends, and she had a riot there. I've only been to Montreal on the Via because I was on my way to Quebec City, so I've never actually stopped to see the whole city, and I have to do that because I hear.
Now we have a reason. You can take a coffee with me.
That's right. Okay, that's awesome. I'll hold you to that. No, that's cool. Well, Roberto, I thank you so much, man, and I wish
Thank
you
you.
the best of luck.
And for me, really, really, I'm feeling it was a pleasure to be here. Thanks for the invitation. Thanks for the opportunity. And for all your listeners, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. And I hope all of you get the chance of listening with a different mindset, a different heart, a different interest in my album. And I'm looking forward to have some feedbacks about my album.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was, I love how you describe everything. And hopefully my listeners will get that. I hope people listen and go, you know what, the way he's describing this and the emotion and all that stuff really makes sense. And I hope people will grasp onto that and have a listen to it. So.
And that's the good thing about instrumental music. It's open, it's wide.
That's right.
So for people, sometimes people will feel something different than me, the songwriter. So I'm curious about that.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll talk again.
Yes.
And we'll stay in touch. And I will let you know when this is posted. So you can have a listen to it and share it or do whatever you want to do with it. So right on.
Beautiful.
So have a great day. And okay, take care. Bye bye.
Thank you very much, Tyson.
You're very welcome. Bye.
Take care. Bye bye.